Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nay. Live.
Hey, right, welcome along to Trackside with Kokpit brought to you by GARAGE16. As you can tell, we started the show with a bit of a laugh, even though we've been pretty full on since yesterday. We've been extra full on over the last few weeks, obviously, and it doesn't stop because hey, Booker is doing a lot of work behind the scenes ahead of a big event coming up in March. But the focus tonight is obviously the build-up to the Makita New Zealand Stockcar teams, which is happening this Friday and Saturday at TWS Paradise Valley in Rotorua. Booker, mate, how are you? Have you chilled out a little bit, or you're pretty full up to here, aren't you, with all the work you got to do?
Mate, it's yeah, there's a lot going on, but we're getting there. It's all for the greater good, I suppose, isn't it? The show's for the fans and helping with the Rees tour for the fans as well, and the tracks of South Island. Just yeah, I mean, it's good, mate. It's keeping me busy. And of course today, working with I did the design earlier on. I showed you ages ago, but with our anti-bullying campaign, as everybody that watches us knows, we've been pretty strong about it, and we've talked hard and strong about it when it comes to certain things that have happened during the build-up to teams and things like that. But I just before the show started, I put a post up on our Facebook. Have a read of that. It's quite a powerful thing, that, and join us in our campaign, and you can buy a shirt. It's been working with Karina Annan from Rapid Racewear today, who is always helpful, Kins, like, and does all our stuff. But there's a shirt we've got now, as you can see in the picture, has a powerful statement on it. Those sponsors that are on there with us are our sponsors that I've all spoken to, who couldn't wait to come on board with us and support this as well. But the big thing to remember is, Kins, we don't make any money off this. This is purely just to get the word out. And if you read what I've just put up, you'll understand why we do it. And it's very powerful. But there you go, Rapid Racewear. The link's in that post. Go there, hit shop, read that shirt, wear it, and support against the crap that we have to deal with on social media and some people everyday lives in our schools, you know, even in our own homes. Sometimes there's bullies, you know. So this is our part to stand and be united as a country, as a family, and stand up against this crap, because that's what it is. And if you read the statement that we've just put up, it affects so many people in so different ways, mate. And that's why you've got things like Gumboot Friday with Mike King's stuffkins, you know. It's there it is there. Look, say it, stop it, have a read. We hope to see people around the traps buying these shirts. Now, Karina has stepped up with us, and it's all being done at cost. She's charged us nothing to get this webpage going. She's behind it 100%. So support Rapid Racewear. They look after a lot of drivers around the country now. They look after us. They look after the Pits TV. She's a great person, and they're behind it with us 100% as well. So the more people that jump on board and wear these shirts around and maybe take a stand against some of these people, the better, Kins.
Oh, 100%, Books. You know, we've been endorsing this for some time now, and hey, it's what we're passionate about. Is we've had enough, like many others, and we had Casey McEwen on with us yesterday from the Coyotes, who 100% endorse what we're about as well, because he's got to deal with it in a role that he is part of their track as well. He has a much more higher role than being the captain of the Coyote team that's making their actual debut, the Phantom Engineering Central Coyotes. But, you know, this is what we're going to bring you over the next few days. This is part of the build-up, as mentioned. As you can see, we've got the Pumas joining us, we've got the Vulcans, we've got the Stormers. But I suppose we better rock into this. As Booker said last Saturday night at Miani Speedway, we better rock this chicken.
Rock this chicken, mate.
Yeah, Sam Ashton. Samuel, how are you, mate?
I'm good, guys. How are we?
Good. Just going back to last Friday, Saturday, the smiles on the kids' faces. MIP just gets better and bigger. Mate, how good was it last Friday, Saturday?
It was actually very good. I actually believe we had our biggest crowd we've ever had before was on the weekend. We actually had a lot of people here watching the kids and supporting them, and it was also, like we didn't have as many bumpers going around the corner this year. We lowered that number. The driving is getting better. The kids, what do you expect? They go from 0 to 100 when the green flag drops. They don't know what a brake pedal is sometimes. They just go for it. And unfortunately, it makes incidents and that. But it's racing. The referees, they did an awesome job. People are criticising them on social media, but I'm just going to say it. I might get told off, but put your hand up and be a referee if you're going to criticise people, because it's not an easy job.
That's exactly what I said last night. Yeah.
We don't have 26 referees up here watching. If we had 26 referees watching, we won't have any cars left because every car will get infringed. So that's a little grumpy there, but at the end of the day, the kids enjoyed it. I had lots of emails come through the last couple of days of how positive they were. They loved it. They're looking forward to next year already, and they're asking for the date already for next year so they can book accommodation.
Oh, good on you, Sam, for saying that, because we've been to so many events, Booker and I. We've caught up with you so many times around the traps as well, and everyone that sits in the bloody grandstand all puts themselves up as an SNZ official somewhere along the line. They just can't help themselves. But like you said, and like many other promoters that we speak to when we start to build up our shows before the even track season starts, we love to speak to the promoters and promote what's happening at their tracks and the events. They're always asking for volunteers. So, hey, if you want to help out each track, go along and help them out. More the merrier, makes the work a lot easier. And hey, you can all sit there and have your little opinion, but go out and help the tracks. Let's talk about your big event, mate. The Makita New Zealand Stockcar teams. You are the defending champions. That gives you the right to host this event. How has that build-up been? Be honest with me, mate. How's it been?
Very, very stressful. There's been more work involved in a team's event than a New Zealand title. Before World 240s, it's got more work involved because you're dealing with team drivers now. You're not dealing with individuals. You're dealing with a team. So you're speaking to the managers, and then they get online information to the drivers, and then they wait for drivers to contact them, and then they get back to me. So I might send an email today, and I might not get a reply till Thursday once they all get the information back from their drivers, you see. So it's a little bit different organisation behind a team's event, And the main priority is safety, So I'm organising St. John's to make sure they're under control, know what they've got to expect this weekend, And there's a lot of work involved that people don't see. They just think it all happens. And, I'm the lucky person that has to do all that hard work to make that happen.
Yeah, it's a fair bit of work, all right, mate. And you're very fortunate to have a good sponsor, and we may catch up with him on Thursday. Makita, how good is that?
Oh, it's awesome. So I got in touch with him last year. And because he's the naming rights sponsor to the Rascals, and we were just talking along. We're at our semi-final against Palm, and I said to him, what would it take if we were to win the final, or win the semi, win the final? Would you sponsor the event next year? He goes, well, if you win the final, let's make a deal. You win it, we'll do it. And then when the checkered flag come down, I walked up to him and he goes, yep, what do you want? And we made the deal happen, and they've been awesome to deal with. There's a couple of they've got a lot of stuff to give away this weekend for the crowd. So they've got t-shirts, hats, glasses, everything to give away. They've got their own little merch store coming to sell tools and everything out of. So they're getting right in behind this event.
Yeah, as we just put up a little picture, that's some of the stuff that you can see that's scrolling down the bottom. Look at that stuff, and $20 a ticket. So get behind, obviously, Makita, who's the main sponsor behind this big event Friday, Saturday. Go and buy yourself a ticket. I know there's also online sales as well. So, yeah, good to have them on board, mate. And, the weather's looking good. So that's a promising good start for you. I've looked at the long-range forecast. So don't bring up Sam every 5 minutes and asking what the weather's doing. He's too busy concentrating, making sure, first and foremost, health and safety is in front for all of these teams, because, as well as Sam, these stock car drivers, they just leave it all out on the track.
Oh, they do, Like if you just look back to last year's team's event, it was race one and there was carnage straight away from the green flag. And this year we're doing the same format, the 6 cars. You pick from any of the 6 and 2 sit out. So the mentality of those drivers might be that they don't actually have to worry about saving a car. They've got a whole spare car sitting there now. So, there's only 2 races the first night. So they can absolutely write one of their cars off in race 1 and still be fine for race 2. They'll still be able to front in 5 cars. Which is awesome.
All right. Cool.
Right.
All right. So what are the plans for Friday with the teams? They all obviously know what's happening in Scrutineering, where that's going to be held, where some of the fans can go check it out. Where's the venue for that?
So we're down at the lakefront, so the village green in town there. Scrutineering will kick off about 12 o'clock, and that will run till about 3 o'clock, and then we'll head up to the track, and the gates open for the public at 4. And they'll come down. I believe some of the teams are going to have merch for sale at the lakefront. So if you're around town, go down there and have a look. Grab some merch, look at these cars, and the raffle might be down there to buy some tickets for the raffle nice and early before they sell out before they get to the track.
Yeah.
So different been down at the lakefront. Normally we do it at the track, and this year we're going to do it down at the lakefront and try build up to this big event that we've got this weekend.
Oh, definitely. When you've got the New Zealand Stockcar Teams Champs and every right on how you want it at Auckland, you get to host it, and plenty going on down there as well. And look, is there any support classes, or is it going to be just continuous teams racing on the Friday night?
So on Friday night, it's just support, just the teams races.
Okay.
So there's 13 teams races the first night.
That's full on, eh? It's going to be awesome.
That's about 4 hours of racing right there, just in 13 races. Because you're taking the hot laps into consideration. Then you've got races. You take a team race, and I'm roughly going a team race. I'm giving it max 10 minutes. Because you've got the red lights, you've got rollovers, you've got all sorts. You've got a 3-minute bell before the race. So from the green flag dropping on the hot laps to the end of the race, it could be anywhere between 5 to 10 minute race.
Okay. And what is the support class on Saturday?
Just stock cars again. So we're going to run a tool shed constellation. So it's just the first 26 drivers to enter. They'll run in a little tool shed constellation group. And then we'll have a tier 2 championship, which is the 5 leftover teams from night 1, which is a 30 car field. And they'll run for a tier 2 championship where there's prize money and trophies and all sorts up for grabs for them.
Cool, mate. Plenty going on. Get your tickets now. Jump on and you'll see all the relevant information you will need to know before you head up to the TW's Paradise Valley on the Friday and Saturday. Books, this young man put so much into it. It's like he said at the start of the show, it's a lot of stress because you're dealing with 6-car driver teams and everyone else needs to be sorted. Look, go down the lake, 12 o'clock on Friday, where the Scrutineering is, get some merch and go and shake the drivers' hands because they will be entertaining you over the weekend. Wish them all the best. It doesn't matter who you support. Go along and say, good on you, mate. Good luck. Carry on. Good on you, mate. Good luck. All the best. Be safe. Have fun. And just celebrate the occasion because, hey, go and enjoy it. It's our biggest motto. And have fun.
That's it, mate. We said it last night. You watch a team's race. These guys are putting it all on the line, and they're putting it all on the line for us to watch and see. And even if your team loses, still stand up and just cheer the bloody other team as well when they won. Doesn't matter if your team lost. Everyone puts up their best fight. There's a bit of luck involved. Just support the winning team of each race. Don't boo and don't do all that other crap. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the spectacle. Sam and his team are going to put the best effort in they can for the night and put on the best spectacle they can. The drivers will do their part. How can you complain? How can you go away unhappy, Kins? You can't. That's,
You can't.
like this young man here has probably been going since bloody got back from teams last week and then MIP and then this now. It's a never-ending thing, and we've got to appreciate that time and effort that clubs and promoters and everyone puts in and drivers, mate, this weekend. And like I said, I don't even want to pick a winner. I think everybody's so... I know Sam knows who's going to win because he's got his bias shirt on, so... See, I wouldn't do that, Kins. You wouldn't see me be biased. I can't see Come On the Bay being played this week.
You'll find the button a bit of any last words, Sam? Any final words you want to say to the viewers before you get ready for your big Friday Saturday? Any last words you want to say, mate?
Yeah, so we're in the organisation now trying to do a signing session on the Saturday with all the drivers. Like they do down in Palmy, we'll get them all together and do a signing session for the crew of the kids and the crowd to come down on the Saturday. It won't be happening on the Friday. It's just a little bit too hard to get sorted on a Friday when people are at work and school and that. So it's easier to do it on a Saturday when the gates open an hour earlier than they normally do, and we'll have a bit more time up our sleeve on the Saturday. So yeah, we're looking at doing a signing session and all that. And keep an eye on Facebook and the website because that's where it'll all get published. We've got a big web release hopefully getting up tomorrow, which will just have some more information about how this format works, and because it's not your normal format. It's not a normal top 4 transfer. It's a top 8. So these 3 team races the second night if you make the final. So, which it's an awesome format in my eyes because you may lose the first race in the first night and that's your weekend done, but you might lose the first one and then win the second one enough to make the top 8 and all of a sudden go through and win the whole thing and you take the title with you.
I love that whole concept. Love what you're talking about there as well, mate. Look, all I can say is wish you and the team there at the track all the best. It's a lot of work that you put in, considering you just come off from a couple of big weekends down in Palmy, down there with the team and supporting them down there, but also with your MIP as well, Mate, I don't know how you live on 4 hours sleep, but you do it, mate. You do a wonderful job. Keep smiling. Enjoy Friday and Saturday. You can recover on the Sunday. Have Sunday off, mate. There you go.
Yeah.
I go to Aussie the following weekend, so that's my holiday.
Of course you do.
Straight back into it with the mini stock kids, off to Aussie with that New Zealand youth mini stock team. So there's no break for me. Straight into it again.
Those Aussie fans are going to mob you, bro. They're going to take one look at you, and you know what I'm saying here. They're going to say, "Oh, look at him.
Oh, Ed's come here." Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put a guitar on the back and walk it with a guitar, All right, mate. Take care. All the best. Thanks for joining us. And you're doing a wonderful job. And keep going, mate. Hey, catch you later, Sam.
Cheers, Sammy.
See you guys on TRACKSIDE on the weekend.
Yeah, we'll do, mate.
Thanks, Sammy.
Samuel Ashton, there you go. Doing a lot of work like many others behind the scenes, and recognizing them for all that hard work because it's not easy. Yes, you do win it. And of course, you get the host. It's the way this New Zealand Stockcar teams works. If you win, you get to host it. So pretty cool bloody deal. But, there's 13 teams with the key teams back in there now. And we just look forward to the action books on Friday and Saturday.
That's right, mate. It's going to be epic. I mean, the teams are always, we know these drivers that when it comes to teams racing, they're all pumped, they're all ready to go and put it all on the line for us to watch. And it's good. And for just a quick note before we go into I better say Pumas. I said Panthers before because I've been so confused. But just for those that have just recently joined the show, we've got a post we put up just before the show started. It's pinned to the top of our page. Have a look at it. Join us with our anti-bullying campaign. We've done a thing with Karina Annan from Rapid Racewear. Get amongst it, people, and join us. And like I say, we don't make any money. We just want to get that out there. But there's a pretty powerful write-up there to sort of put it in perspective for everybody. But if up for show, give it a read, have a look, and join the fight with us.
Yeah, definitely 100%. Look, this is the first team that's going to join us for tonight. Take a look at that.
Pumas.
Jack Links, you got to love it there.
Hey.
Cairo, Jaden Hall, Daniel Burmester, Tia Robinson, Hamish McLeod, Brendan site manager Stu Russell, technical advisor Gary Davis. That is the team that's heading off to Rotorua. Stu put in the comment there. Best thing, Sam, is having the scrutineer in the town. Why? Because Stu says there's an ice cream shop right across the road.
Oh, yeah, you got to love those ice cream shops, kids. You know me. Hey?
Oh, got it. Well, we'll bring
there's Daniel. His mic's muted, though.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. There we go. All done. And I think Jaden maybe was bring on. Oh, is he there? He's back as well. He's hung out the washing to join you, Burmy. Jaden. Burmy, welcome to the show, boys.
Yeah, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, we're good, mate. I suppose the question back to you both, and I'll start with you, Jaden. How are you ahead of the big weekend?
I'm getting there. I've had a bit of a chaotic lead up to it. I've had to move house the past week, so had it all happening. So yeah, I'm on top of things now.
Oh, that's good to hear, Daniel, mate. Only 2 weeks ago you were doing teams racing. Now you're back into a couple of weeks. You live for the teams racing, mate?
Yeah, it's the best part of the sport, so you just got to make the most of it while I can, really, don't you?
Yeah. You're not moving house by any chance?
Nah, not this week.
It's all good. What is it about this weekend, you know, and like Samuel said at the start there, you win the event, you hosted, I think, back from looking at the write-up on the Pumas page, I think back in the 90s, when you had a bit of a good strike there in Palmerston and everything like that. What is it about teams racing? I'll start with you, Jaden, first, because Boomy does teams racing. He lives with it week in and week out. What is it, Jaden, you know, when you make it into the Pumas team and you live for it, what is it that actually gets you going ahead of teams week?
Well, for me, it's representing the club and, you know, well, yeah, that's about it, really. Representing the club and just trying to win for the club.
It's kind of the pinnacle of most stock drivers' careers, isn't it? They represent their club and be in a team.
Yeah.
Well, no need to ask Daniel. He lives for bloody teams, and you know, it doesn't matter what color body he wears. You're representing the club, and that's the main thing. You're out there to do it and do the club proud in yourself, and your family, and your crew.
Yeah, you put a lot of effort in, so to reward them with a win or just a good result in general was quite cool. But I'm yet to be in the winning Pumas team to bring it back home. So after this weekend, hopefully I can say that's changed because I've been second a couple of times and it's not quite enough.
I had enough of being the bridesmaid. What about you, Jada? You love to be in that winning team, wouldn't you?
Oh, I absolutely love it. And I've growing up watching those Puma teams win. So again, to be able to reward the club and all our support and sponsors would mean the world to all of us.
Yeah, aside from the drivers and the Pumas, I'm guessing the guy that will be partying out if you did it, and we will hear about it, will be Stu Russell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You won't stop hearing about
So
it.
for you, Boomy, do you prepare any different to a stock car teams to a super stock teams? Is there anything different you do? Like with the cars, there's not a big difference, is there, in the cars a little bit, but is there anything you do differently when you're preparing between those two different classes when it comes to teams racing, or is it the same prep every time?
Pretty much the same prep. Each car's got their different few things you do to them to prep it, but other than that, nah, just make sure you got 2 or 3 of everything and the car's all checked for like a normal meeting, and because you go there every night to win, don't you really? You don't go out there just on teams to win, so every week's got to be 100%, so keep on top of everything and it's not too bad.
Yeah, I have to wonder that, Kinser, you know, like that between those two different classes, yeah.
Yeah, because there's not too many of them that would make that transition, you know, considering of the big event last year. But yeah, you're right. It's a good question to ask. We may ask some of the others actually. Well, Tyler Walker's going to join us a bit later as well, so we'll ask something of similarity. Remember that question you had last night, which I think Casey McEwen said it was a bloody good question. I know you've been busy. Your mind's been busy with everything else.
I got so much shit. I don't know, actually. I can't remember. I talk a lot of shit all the time, so you don't know what comes up.
Yeah, there was one you asked good, and it'd be good to get the interesting point of view from each driver. I don't know what it was. I can't remember what it was from memory. Jaden, how you been tracking in your stock so far to date, Jaden?
Yeah, a lot of damage up all season, really. Again, stuck in, and yeah, every week, bit of major steel damage. So haven't had the cleanest of runs, but yeah, slowly on top of things.
Yeah, you did the NZs a little while back.
Yeah, had a bit of an unlucky run there, but again, bit of damage. But yeah, get stuck in and get on top of things and all that.
Yeah. Daniel, no doubt you went down just recently down. Did you do the Stocky Champs down in Wallies?
Yeah, qualified for that, and sort of just everything's got so even out there these days that I reckon injections made people have less advantage over anyone else. So it was quite even, tight racing, and once you get spat out of a pack, you're sort of just out the back a bit, and it's hard to claw it back. So just a couple average finishes to sort of put me out in the running, unfortunately. But yeah, other than that, it's been a good year so far.
Yeah, it's like you say, runs on pretty even, and when you've got like a couple 100 cars plus, you know, it's bloody tough gig just qualifying. Was it 3 or 4 a group or something like that? And
yeah, 3.
Like, 3 a group. You know, even if you qualified, you would think, oh, should I've just won the championship, because that's a tough ask when there's stuff, you know, to get that 1, 2, or 3. And like young Caleb Ireland saw, God, if you put money on that kid.
Oh, sorry. Oh, shit, sorry.
I heard the bloody dude. Come on, the
sorry, I wasn't going to be biased.
But, you know, like it's pretty even, and you got a couple of tough battles there. Race 6, you're up against the Alley Cats, and then, of course, a few races later, race 40. You're the last race of the Friday night up against the Raiders. But, you can't take those teams for granted, eh, Jaden?
No, we got a pretty tough draw, but like Trezan said last night, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So we're up for it.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Burmy?
Yeah, every team's race is a hard race. Yeah, count someone out from the start, and you already put yourself on the back foot by being unprepared for what's going to come. I feel so. You treat every team like a hard team.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it
Jaden? Sorry, go Books.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was going to ask Jaden how long has he been teams racing? Is it what's his career in teams?
I think it's 4 years. I think 3 years in the Pumas.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, not much compared to Burmy, but he's done a bit.
Well, he's got 2 cars. He's being greedy, Jaden.
Yeah, bastard.
So what is your team's forte? What's the background with you, Burmy? In stock car teams, how many years you been doing stock car teams now?
I'm sort of a late bloomer to teams in a way. When I was young in stock cars, we had, I don't know, 30 of the best in the country just in Palmy, of all the Reesers and Gary Davis and all that sort of crew. So it was hard to crack a team. Even our Steelers team had Jaden Ward and Darryl Wallace and people like that in it. So it was hard to get in. And it was actually Peter Barry's. I couldn't tell you the year that I started my Steelers debut, back with Tony Norman and Stu Sari and people like that.
Wow, that's way back. And like you said, it's many years ago. I just see the rod up here. It's been 30 years since the Pumas won the inaugural event in 94, 95 down there in Palmerston North. So, 5 times since then. And hey, I know you guys want to bring it back home. And I'm guessing there's a lot of work being done in the shed, Jaden. You got extra panels, extra steel, and extra bits and pieces that you will need to take in the trailer. He's frozen. He's frozen. All right. What about you, Jaden?
He's back. Look, there he is.
You're back. You got extras in the trailer, mate. You need a lot more extras to take the teams.
He's frozen again.
He's frozen again. Okay, Daniel, your turn. You
that bloody palmy internet.
He just moved into a new house. He obviously needs to get bloody. I've got a couple of the guys out there now. Luke's out there checking the trailer over. Last trip to Rotorua, 240s, sort of had a bit of a balls up with a axle given out on the bearings, so we're just checking all them over again and making sure all the tyres are good. And I got Gav in the shed at the moment, just doing the final few touches on the car. Just not much really, just waiting for our bodies to get back from the sign riders and then mount that and pretty much load her up on Thursday and good to go.
So are you guys all travelling together as a convoy up to the meeting?
I'm not too sure if we've got a convoy as such, but we've just been given a time by Stu. He's nutted out quite a detailed timeline for us to abide by, so we know when we've got to turn up. So we sort of just leave when we want, when we know we can get there.
Yeah.
Cool. You back with us, Jaden?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's all good. That's right. It must be your new house and the internet, mate. It's all good. Look, Sam said everyone's down at the lake. Will you guys have some of your merch down there? I do know if I share that, you can actually take a look at that and all the merch that's around, the T-shirts through to the hoodies. It looks outstanding, by the way, and 180 has been doing the work behind it. But, you're going to have that with you down at the lake for the fans?
Yep. Yeah, we're taking some up with us, but there's not a hell of a lot, so first in, first serve sort of thing, so don't wait around.
All right, mate. Right. Any last words you want to say, Jada? Oh, sorry, go Books.
Oh, I was just going to say, there's a few more questions to ask them. We've only been on for a few minutes, kids. Do you guys watch, I think I've said this to you before, Burmy, but Jaden, do you watch any YouTube footage and stuff like that to sort of see in-car shots of teams racing and stuff like that to sort of help sort of sharpen yourself up a bit? Do you watch any of that? Do any of that?
Not as such. I was going to. Haven't really in the past, but it's not a dumb idea to know people's habits and all that.
It's, a lot of drivers have said they do, eh? It's interesting. Can't remember what your answer last time to that was, Daniel. Have you watch a bit of YouTube and?
Yeah, I sort of said I don't focus on that too much. I sort of just take each race as it comes, but leading into Palmy, I did watch replays of Rotorua's and Stratford, or not Stratford, but not them personally, but they were in like just a bunch of videos from last year that I watched. So you do sort of pick up on what people do, but once you've been doing it a few years with the same sort of people, you do cotton on to who does what and who can do what.
Yeah.
I just want to back it up a couple of weeks, and just take my head up to yourself, Daniel, in your Mustang team. A couple of weeks, man, you guys left everything on the track. Jordan tried all he could do. A couple of things didn't happen this way, but just hats off to you guys. The Pumas. Rebecca, we watched that race. Rebecca was just smashing everything on bloody sight. She was on the wall one part there, then she got off and off she went. You guys, you left it all out there. Yeah, you guys left it out there. So I just want to acknowledge the Mustangs for doing what you did there. And the fans loved it. It would have been, could have been, but mate, you guys just gave it your all.
Yeah, you have to really. Being on show in front of that many people, it sort of raises the bar without even thinking about it. It's raised, so you just bring a whole new level. Same with Stockcars this weekend. You have a team's invasion at home earlier in the year, and you treat that like a New Zealand champs as well. You want to win, but going out the Grand Parade in Rotorua, it's sort of it won't be as many as Palmy, but it will still be sort of like this is real. So it raises I don't know the words for it, but yeah.
Yeah. The adrenaline just raises, it goes sky high because you've got, like we call the Coliseum and the fans. Jaden, have you done many laps around Paradise Valley?
No, I've just done 2 teams events. Not the 240s just gone, but the previous 240s. Yeah, it's a cool track.
Yeah. But what about individual racing, all that type of stuff? You do many laps?
No individual racing.
Yeah, I know Boomies done like 1 million laps in the super stock and the stock car, but just the anticipation of what that looks like, and we call it like a Coliseum because you're looking up and all the crowds around you, just the excitement ahead of this Friday, and you'll hear the crowd, no doubt. You'll hear the supporters from Palmy coming up to support the Pumas. It just gets that excitement level going, eh, Jaden?
Yeah, we'll be fizzing and try to bring it home for all our supporters.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's talk about that because there's supporters that sponsor you and everything like that, and you got crews in the shed. You got your families with you. So who's going to do the shout out to the sponsors list? Who's got that handy for me?
Oh, I know Stu sent me a big list. I don't know if Jaden got it too.
Yeah, I've got the same list.
You can do half each. Half each, yeah.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll start. We've got quite a few here to thank. We'll start with Jack Link's Beef Jerky, Pet Travel, X-Carts Palmerston North, Davis Contracting, Total Sheet Metals, Auto Interiors, Humphrey Steel and Performance, Fastlane Spares, Desire Jewelry and Watches, City Smart Repairs, Winiata Anderson Sheet Metal, and I'll let Jaden do the next ones.
Yep, Screenworks Screen Printing, Stickerworks 180 Design, 53 Productions, Freddy's Prep and Paint, Complete Paints, and Robertson Prestige International Speedway.
There we go. Awesome. You can see it all scrolling along the bottom. So if you're ever down within the vicinities of those businesses that's given kindly to support the Pumas, get in there, open the door up and go and support them as well. They can't do it without the sponsors. They can't do it without you fans as well. And it's a team effort. There's a lot of work that happens with management and everyone that builds up to it from all the merch. So get out there and support the Pumas. Jaden, Daniel, and the rest of the team, we wish you all the best. Safe travels on your way to Rotorua. Do it for the fans back home there in Palmy, and enjoy the weekend, boys. Thank you.
Best of luck, team.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
No doubt, catch up for you up there.
Yeah, we'll do. Awesome.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Thank
awesome.
you.
It's good that you can take the time to talk to us, especially they're busy building up for teams. We don't normally do the build-ups the week of, do we, Kins? But unfortunately, the schedule this year has just been bang, bang, bang for all these events, isn't it? And it's we haven't even had room to fit in the New Zealand Super Saloon Champion or the New Zealand Modified Champion or the MIP Champion and the Junior MIP Champion and the Girls MIP Champion and the Sidecars Champion. It was such a busy weekend last weekend, wasn't it? Holy snap and duck shit. She was all on, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And we would have loved to have done a build-up to the Super Dirt Cup this weekend.
Well,
but, there's just so much.
There's just so much happening, mate. Isn't it? It's just... How lucky are we as fans? Seriously, like when you think since the GP, which was just after Christmas.
Yeah.
What we've had every weekend, you know, but right, it's still going now, you know. And then next weekend you've got North Island Supers, and also you've got the sprint cars this weekend as well at work at Western Springs, you know, and there's a big meeting in Christchurch too this weekend, you know. It's just all go, mate. I mean, seriously, we're so lucky to be a part of this sport in this country with what we've got on hand for us, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You know, basically, once you get through Christmas, the start of the new year, it's pretty full on every weekend. There's just about a championship around the track in every different class as well. Like Booker said, there's a few of them going on. And, mate, this is our build-up to the Makita New Zealand Stockcar Teams Champs. Obviously, you can see tomorrow we've got 4 teams. It doesn't ease for Booker and I. The Kings, the Bulldogs, the Gladiators, and the Raiders. Then we wrap it up on Thursday because all the action gets underway down at the lake where the scrutineering is from 12 o'clock. The Maulers, Alley Clats, and the Rascals.
I got some phone calls to make tomorrow. There's some of those that haven't replied to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's right. I'll chase them. We'll be all right. I'll take your attitude, Ken. She'll be right. She'll be right. No worries.
I think we're gonna bring in the Vulcans. We've got Chapo joining us, and we should have Cody's in there.
Oh, look, Chapo's having a ciggy.
Yeah, having a ciggy. He's having a vape. Having a vape.
You know, we've got designated smoking areas, and
Cody's just
here it comes, kids. Now they're in here. Oh, Cody, you're muted, mate. Unmute your mute button. There we go. It's all started. As soon as we pop these boys in here, kids, the Up the V has started in the chat. I knew it wouldn't take long.
What do you boys say to that? You know, I'll start with you, Cody. The Up the V thing, the hashtag is massive, and we have a massive load of fans that love the V. What do you say about that, Cody? What do you say?
Oh, we love it, and that's what gives us the fuel to go hard on the track and leave it all out there.
What about
fans
you,
are
Jeff?
the biggest thing for us.
Yeah, hard out. And your same sentiments there, Bailey?
Yeah, no, it's fucking, I suppose you just, gives you a good boost, really, and, you know, gives you a bit more drive to try and do a bit better for everyone that's out there backing you and travels around and follows you. So, yeah, no, she's pretty bang on.
Yeah, look, it gives you a boost because you want to do one step better than last year because obviously the winners are hosting this event and you guys want to host it down there where the V fans are. You want it back at your track. What's it going to take, Cody, for you to achieve this?
Oh, I guess a bit of luck this weekend. Go one better, like you say, in Auckland, and yeah, we got the cars and the drivers to do it. Just needs everything to come together.
He's right, Bailey? You know, you need obviously a bit of lady luck on your side because no team, as we said with the other teams yesterday and just before, everyone's going to be on the pace and they all want to get their title, mate. You know, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's like Big Rev said, we've got, you know, good gear and some pretty meat-ex drivers that none of us are really too scared of it. So I suppose she'll be a bit of a bloodbath, but I suppose, it's just a matter of keeping the gear tidy until the finals night and just demo the shit out of it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when you take a look at that track, and synonymous for a lot of big racing down there, we are known for super stocks. It's known for stock cars. It's pretty well, some would say, a home of super stocks and stock cars. We've asked many drivers on the show. They all talk about bloody Rotorua. What is it about that place? Have you done many laps there before, Cody?
No, never raced there once. So.
Wow. Shit. Wow. Really? Aren't you going to be in for a surprise? You've been there, obviously.
Yeah, I've been there a few times, but I'll be right. We get 4 warm-up laps. That'll do.
Hey, well, everyone's in the same boat, aren't they? They're all on the same dirt and got to keep it up the pole line, keep it on the track, keep it on all fours. What about you, Chapo? Have you done laps before at Vegas?
Yep, just, I think it was last year when I came up and did the triples of Alex Small and Callum Flavel, and we ended up winning it, which was pretty cool. But yeah, those two pretty well carried me through. I was just out there swinging at anything that was moving, and yeah, they sort of did the job really. And yeah, but no, bugger all really, just that one meeting, but should be right.
Yeah. Yeah, got to get into it, books. These boys have got nothing to lose, That's
Mate,
all the teams, by the way.
They were
They're gonna
close
get in it.
last year too. Like it was, yeah. I think it's like their super stock team. They've been building, and I think Wanganui's just been slowly building as the years go. And I think they're due, but like I say, I've said all week, like she's hard to pick. You need that little bit of luck, and yeah, it's interesting. Are you guys all travelling there together for Rotorua as a unit, or are you just all meeting in Rotors?
Oh, Jerry hasn't really said yet. I presume so, though. Yeah, I'd say we'll all just cruise on up and.
Do you guys think that helps travelling as a team like that up the country, like because there's a lot to be said for that bond behind the scenes that makes it that bit better when you get on the track. Yes. Do you guys believe that makes a big difference?
Yeah, I reckon it's got a bit to do with it. Like, yeah, sort of, you get, the more time you spend with guys, the more you learn about them and gel and learn that you can trust them and that. And yeah, so I definitely think it's something worth doing. Yeah.
Yourself, Cody?
I think yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good to travel up together, and even if something happens with a trailer or something, everyone's there to chip in and help.
Yeah. I think that camaraderie that you get in amongst the drivers, but it's not only the drivers, it's the partners, the families, and the crews,
absolutely. Yeah.
And that whole thing, it's like just bonds together. And if it's working off the track, hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll work on the track as well, Yeah, let's just hope it rolls back into there for you guys. And, overall, Cody, how's the season been treating you and your car and how things are going in the old 16V, mate?
So we started the season with a new car.
Oh, nice.
It was built by 2J Engineering in Palmy. We've had a few teething issues, but I think we're getting on top of them. We had a good run last weekend in Wanganui, done a couple of teams races. Managed to pick up the win on both of them. So, yeah, finally getting there.
Yeah. Well, just for you in regards to the Rotorua track itself, heading down on the 3 and 4, 1 and 2 is a bit side. By going down on 3 and 4, there's a slight little drop as it goes down. Books from memory were told us the track on 3 and 4 down the back straight there. You'll build up a little bit of speed going in the 3 and 4, but
so she's always shut going into 3 and just let rip. They reckon. Hey,
I think we do that most of the time anyway.
How's the 287V been going, Chapo? How's that been going so far for the season?
Oh, which one? We started off, with our car from last year, the B race chassis, and then actually last week sold it. Got offered good money. Tried to keep it for teams, but it was sort of make or break really that the new guys that bought it wanted it to go down south again. So I made a couple of phone calls, and then Dylan, Harley, Rob were kind enough to let me buy the 991. So had a run at Wanganui on the weekend. Made a cock of myself in the first race and just flew off the end full noise backwards, but the car held up to it, which is pretty bulletproof. So should be good.
We've had that same story in the comments there, Trevor. Like, it's interesting. But the first one was Harley asking how's the new car going? Is it fast or something? And then and then AJ Shipper says, car's so fast he backed it into the wall backwards. So they're all telling us on here your life story of racing, mate. Eh? Can't get away from it, eh?
No, you can't. But no, it'd be good to give the car a bit of a run. I think Harley was pretty soft on it, sort of, but tentative sort of a driver, but good to get in and give it a bit of mongrel and test it out,
Oh shit, eh? Just like that. Where's Harley? Harley be bloody watching this.
He's already commented about the car, Kin, so
yeah.
And Josh has given the lads shit as well, Josh Humble.
Old Burmy, who was just on there a few minutes ago. You smoking on the job there, Bailey?
Hey. Popped off for the day.
That's the motel room for the night.
Yeah, I hope Rangy's not watching.
Nah, he's got something else that's preoccupied, I would guess, with his family at the moment. But he'll be thinking of you guys representing the club. He puts so much into it with the family and everything like that. And let's talk about that side of it, that family input. Cody, the family. How many hours are you in the shed, mate? To be honest.
Oh, if I'm not at work, I'm in the shed. So quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether I'm doing much, that's another story, or having a beer. Either way, I'm in the shed. We spend a few hours in there.
Yeah, and you're the same, Bailey, in the shed. You live in the shed, mate. Aside from the
Yeah,
truck.
pretty much. Just nice, quiet space away from the wife, so it's good, eh? But yeah, no, I try and spend as much time out there as I can. Like Zane Dykstra helps me out a lot, obviously. And then Dan Cox with all the steelwork and stuff. But most of the maintenance week to week is me on my own out in the shed. Mum and Dad live in the bay, so the old boy's not around all the time to help me. And then but like the car stayed up at Big Revs the other day, and him and Fetu pulled the gearbox and stuff out after I blew it to bits at the Tri-Series at home. So it was good for them to do that while I was away, and that's yeah. But you got to spend as much time in the shed as you can, really, and just triple check everything. And the age-old saying, races are won and lost in the shed. So
on that point too, like I talked to a lot of teams races over our build-up shows and everything, and a lot of them say they will either put new clutches in or check the clutches as the main first thing they check before teams racing. Is that something that you guys too? Is obviously the clutches must take a real hammering in your teams racing, do they?
Oh, yeah, you just want to go out there knowing that you can put full faith in the car and it's not going to let you down. There's nothing worse than going out there sort of not knowing if it's going to make it through the end of the race. So I mean, they still make money. You may as well just spend it on new parts and know that it's going to be good.
You the same, Cody?
Yeah, definitely. I was lucky enough to have Fetu come around last night on Nathan Black and help me pull my gearbox and stuff out and check everything and make sure we're all happy. Obviously, this is a big one, and we want to bring it home. And love to see some big teams racing on Ocean View. Be wicked.
Yeah. So, do you guys spend a bit more prep time going into teams than an individual title? Like, because we've asked this question to people before, and they say sometimes they do check a little bit more or do a bit more effort because they don't want to be the one that lets that team down on the track. They find that way more important than an individual title. Are you the same there like that, Cody?
Yeah, definitely. You want to check everything over 2, 3, 4 times, even though you've already checked it. But yeah, it's just one of those things.
What about you, Bailey?
Yeah, like pretty much the same. You don't want to be the one dickhead that their gear shits out and then the rest of the boys have got to carry you through. So as long as you just go through everything with a fine-tooth comb and just triple check, quadruple check, like Rev said, and should be all go.
Yeah, well,
it's interesting how many people say that when we talk to them in the teams interviews. Like they worry and don't want to be that guy, or girl that is the one that didn't check that one bolt or something, and buddy wheel falls off or something stupid, or So yeah, it's amazing me how much more effort is put into a team's prep than a individual. Because individual still is important, I suppose, but these guys they love to teams race, man. Love to smash into each other.
They're representing their club, they're representing, and that's it. They don't want to be their driver, he or she, out there on the track just to let the team down. And we've heard it so many times. They've invested so much coin into their machines. And all it takes is a $2 shitty old part, and it just breaks, and that's it, and it's just done and wrecked the bloody event. Look, I just made mention too, Harley rolls back in there, Bailey Chapman's car. It's his car's in soft hands now. Your wife will keep the car safe. So there you go, mate. That's bloody.
Oh, what a thought.
Oh, you gotta love it, eh? You gotta love the tongue in cheek, and that's the camaraderie. If you're having fun together as a team, let's hope things all gel. I take a look at your draw, and where you guys on? Do you use a race 9? You've got the Gladiators, which it'll be tough. What's the other race? The debut team from Central Coyotes. But even still, you don't take them lightly. The Coyotes, like Trizan and Casey said yesterday, they got nothing to lose. The Gladiators, they'll be the same. Every team's on even par. You can't take any team lightly, Cody?
No, that's right. Every team's so close now. They're all so good. And the Coyotes being the new team, and obviously our team's raced with Trizan before. He's a meathead. He'll leave it all on the track. So. Yeah, and I know Gisborne have got some fast cars and some good drivers, so a couple of hard races, but take them as they come.
Yeah, You're looking forward to being down at the lake there, Bailey. You know, that's where obviously the Scrutineer is going to be happening from 12 o'clock onwards. And hey, there's a few shops around. You can kick back. The family can go and have some fun. There's the parks down there as well. So
Might have
it's
to
a bit
bust
of
the
a
old
good start.
speedo out, Kins.
Speedo, you reckon, mate, eh?
Jumping the
Shit,
hot
eh?
balls, eh?
Oh,
What is
Throw
it?
throw everyone else off.
Togs, undies.
what's that bloody, what's that fella? Oh, shit, I forgot his name. Well, we say things, as long as you don't wear them back to front, then you're all
Oh,
good, eh,
Borat.
mate?
Oh,
Borat,
boy.
that's the Borats, eh? What about the Borats?
Oh,
Like I
my
said,
goodness.
bet you put-
Hey,
bet you
and a
put them all
bloody
back to
and a
front.
thong and a mullet, you'd be willing. Hey.
Start hanging out the man.
Cheers.
Where's Rayleigh gone? He's just been arrested. Oh, that's a good start to the weekend.
Yeah, down to 5 cars before scrutiny hearing's even done.
Yeah,
We'd
yeah.
have to put Harley back in the car.
Hardy, fly out quickly. Hey, obviously, you take a bit of extras down with you both, extra steelwork and everything you need. Your trailers will be pretty full up to the rim, obviously, and you can't do it without those extra parts, so you got to have them down there, eh, Cody?
Yeah, definitely. So we're lucky enough with the Vulcans. We have our own little trailer. We put all our heavy steel and stuff in.
Oh, cool.
Don't overload our car trailers too much. So, yeah, it's good. We've got all the welders and stuff in there. So, yeah, it's good.
So you do a lot of that will be done at the track, or have you got a designated place that you've booked out maybe on that Friday night to go? Is there a workshop available for you guys? What's the story?
Yeah, they've sorted out a workshop in town
cool.
somewhere for Saturday morning. Yeah, so we all go in
That's
there.
cool. Yeah, that's cool how they do their day books. You know, you see a lot of them pop up and open up their workshops because, hey, if they got to do work on their cars, they got to get out onto the track. And it's that Speedway family side of things, which we know very well about.
Yeah, I think it's great how the locals open up their shops. But the other thing too, you got to remember that is also happening is I know Peter Rees is taking the truck through just to help the cars out on the night that people need help. So there's another thing, you know, he's going to take his truck and his gear. Sorry, what's that, mate?
I said Willie Stevenson will need that truck when we're done with him.
What he said.
I think he's on tomorrow. I'm going to tell him that.
But, you know, like, that's what I talk about, you know, like, they're going up there, they've been asked to go up and help everybody out in the teams, and I think that's great. And then on the sad day, all those workshops will open up, because that you need that support, don't you, as a team's race? I mean, if sometimes you just can't get it done in between races, and if you've got someone there that's got all the gear, get you back on the track, it just makes that so much better, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's a big help, you know, people like them, like, they helped me out in New Zealand's. In Wellington, my car was a bit heavy, so Ethan and Josh Prentice and Peter got to work and, yeah, managed to get it under. So, amazing for the sport, those guys.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's great that they're making the effort. He's making the effort to tow that truck and his trailer all the way to Rotorua. Yeah. And they even got a team there racing, you know? So he's doing it for everybody, and I think that's something that people forget sometimes, you know? And they forget about the workshop. Like Robbie Maybe's opened up his workshop for whatever team was that? A South Island team, I think, wasn't it, Kinser? It's going to be going to Robbie Maybe's engineering workshop. And I just think it's great how these events, you know, everything's left on the track. That's where it stays, you know? Bang, bang, bang. I wound you off. Haha, good job. Here's a beer, you know? I think it's fantastic. Hey. Yeah.
It's all part of the sport, eh? We love a beer, so.
Yeah.
But that's something that the Brits couldn't get over when we first spoke to them when they came over here. Like that Charlie Swart and that. They couldn't understand how he got smoked, and then afterwards the guy wants to come up and say, hey, yeah, good race, mate, and here's a beer, you know? Like, they couldn't get over that. And I think that's what makes it unique.
Yeah, they're on the track over in the UK, carries on off the track. They bloody hate each other off the track.
And to be fair, we do get some off the track. Some people do get a bit, you know.
I suppose that's the disappointing side of it over here is that these dickheads that just run their mouth in the pits, but then they won't actually do anything about it on the track.
Yeah.
You know? Like, pick your fucking balls up and do something about it if you want to mouth off.
Or even the people that just comment on Facebook and shit. Like
well, that's why we do our anti-bullying thing about Facebook, mate. You know, like that's where it gets out of control. But I mean, we've got to focus on the positives, and that is the help that turns up when your team's racing. You got your teammates, you got your managers, and then you got other people that help. Like you got mates in other teams that will probably lend you a part if you haven't got it, you know, to get you back out on the track. And that's the side of it that we need to embrace and let people know this is what it's like. This is what you should be like, you know. You know, chuck your keyboard in the rubbish, go watch, sit on your bum on the seat, watch the racing and see how it is, you know. Like, it's just
most of these guys on the keyboards won't ever get on the track themselves. But
mate, I wouldn't get on the track. You fellas are freaking mad. Fuck at that. Too fast for me, boy. I tell you, I just sit in the I'll sit in turn 1 and 2 and eat my ice cream.
Oh, man. Right. I'll get out there and mix it for them. I'll bloody do it. I'll get out there and do it, you know. But what this just moved into what we launched earlier on before the show, you know, the exclusive merchandise. You can see as I've shared it up on the screen there as well, the anti-bullying campaign. You know, Booker and I are passionate about this. We're against the stuff and this keyboard warrior stuff. It's see it, say it, and stop it. If you click the shop now, you will see details around the big write-up that's in there, the T-shirt, what you can purchase. What is it? $40. There you go. You can walk around and hey, we'll come up and say hello and have a photo with you and everything like that. It's just part of what we're doing.
And the thing that note, Kins, too, is no one's making any money out of these shirts. It's all just so people can buy a shirt in support of this campaign and they wear it around and we can just say to people, hey, this is how we feel. This is what we want. We want that shit to stop, and that's it. But we put it on our posters, pinned to our page. If you want to have a look at our Facebook page after the show, have a read and just get amongst it. Buy a shirt. We're going to be giving some away on the Reeds tour in the South Island. And me and Kins will be buying. I'll be buying a couple for me and Kins, and we'll be wearing those as well. So yeah, it's just to say enough's enough to the idiots, basically, isn't it? You know, I mean, we just got to enjoy it and embrace it. I mean, shit, mate, how good has the racing been this season? I mean, man alive, every meeting's just on it.
Yeah,
hard out.
Been unreal.
Yeah, it is unreal.
Hey, on the weekend I was commenting at Miani and they had Stockcar soccer. I mean, the crowd loved it. It was awesome. That's as good as teams racing, mate. I tip you. It was awesome.
All right, boys. Before we do wrap it up with you two, and before you all head up and get ready for the action on Friday, Saturday, obviously there's your crews, your families, and so many others that do the work. And I know you said there, Cody, you just go in there and chill out, and Bailey goes and hides away from his wife for a bit of peace and quiet. But in reality of this, do you know Dennis Black quickly, Cody? You know Dennis Black?
Yeah, I know him really well.
You know, well, he wants to see you in a Speedo. I'll leave it at that, mate.
He's a sick man. He probably needs help.
All right, you better thank your sponsors. Who's got the sponsors list? Who's going to remember the sponsors, mate?
So we've got Andrew McHugh Designs, Chef's Choice, Kim's Display Associate, Healthy Rentals New Zealand, JDT Engineering, Loaders, McKell Maintenance and Electrical, MF Create and Paint, Raz Concreting Service, Ross Francis Panel and Paint, Speedway Garage Wanganui, Vasey Engineering, and Wanganui Towing. So big thanks to all those guys, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see it scrolling down the bottom of the show tonight as well. So go out there and support them, you know, walk in the door and, hey, say thanks for what you do for the Vulcans and your support. And likewise, reciprocated, you go and show them some support as well, because everyone that turns up ahead of the Makita New Zealand Stockcar teams this Friday, Saturday is putting on the show. And there's that hashtag. It is all about Up the V. Hey, boys, thank yous for joining us. Thanks for sharing the laugh and having a bit of fun with it, you know, and don't you get rested, Bailey, on bloody Friday, mate. Hey.
Cheers, guys, and yeah, cheers for everything you guys do for the sport. It's awesome to have people like you guys around.
Mate, we love it. We love it
Awesome.
with a
And
passion.
just quickly, congratulations to Alex Wall on his engagement this afternoon.
I think you were saying something smart to you as well before.
All right, boys.
Okay, guys, thanks for your time, mate. Enjoy your drive up and be safe and have a great weekend.
Cheers, thank you.
See ya.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Couple of characters there.
There we go.
representing the
Yeah,
Vulcans
somebody said that one
side.
of them was quite nervous for the interview, but they seemed pretty good and happy in that, so that's good to see.
Oh, you wouldn't have thought so, the way they were laughing and having a bit of fun. And that's what you got to do. You know, you got to enjoy the event, because they are true entertainers on the track, and there is nowhere to hide on their track on any given night. We've seen it over many events of what stock cars, all super stocks race around there as well, and they will put on a big show. Don't forget to get tickets. And we caught up with Sam Ashton earlier in the show. The scrutineering is done down at the lake, 12 o'clock. They would all start. and around by 3, they'll head up to the track. Don't forget to, on Saturday, there will be the autograph session. No different to what you see at the Superstock Teams Champs in Palmy. You can go get your autographs and maybe grab a couple of posters, stickers. If you got a t-shirt, get them to sign it as well, because, hey, they're the entertainers, and the biggest thing Books and I always say, get your bum trackside. And
get your backside trackside, boy.
That's the
Support
bugger.
all.
That's
Sit in
the
that
one.
Coliseum and enjoy it. I think the Rotorua track will suit the Wanganui boys as well a bit, because very similar tracks, aren't they? That tight turn 1 and 2 and the big open 3 and 4. So it'll be interesting to see how they go there. But, mate, it's going to be on this weekend. These boys, who I spoke to so far, they're ready to rock and roll, man. They're ready to rock this chicken. Hey, see? Oh, here they are. Here's the Stratford boys. Wake up, Tyler. Oh, there he is.
That's a bit like that.
Hey, boys, once again, thank you for joining the show. And as the other two teams have said just prior to you, the Pumas and the Vulcans, they're ready for it. The Stormers, Hayden, Tyler, Hayden, with you'll be ready for it, mate. You love the teams racing?
Yeah, been looking forward to this one since the start of the season, so should be all go.
Yeah, definitely. Tyler, well, you were only at Palmerston a couple of weeks back, but you're back into it. You can't but turn down teams racing and representing Stratford.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I live for, really, teams racing at the moment, So to be able to, I guess, build up with the team we've got, pretty excited for that one. So
Yeah. Well, actually, now you've brought that up too, and I know we haven't caught up with the Stratford team. Congratulations on making it on the podium. It's been a long time between drinks at the big event down there at Palmerston. Also, I know we caught up with your supporters and we saw a few of them around, and I think they're partying and happy for what you achieved. So just on behalf of all the viewers out there and everyone that supports the Scrappers, congrats, mate, and well done, eh?
cheers, mate. Thank you. She was a hell of a weekend, so couldn't be happier.
Yeah, awesome. But now the focus on is this weekend ahead of the Makita New Zealand Stockcar teams. Hayden, obviously, you've been there many a time. You raced many a teams event, and you'll take this one no different and get through the big night, which is going to be a tough one because all the teams are pretty well on similar scale. Any team's going to be tough, eh, Hayden?
Yeah, all pretty much the same, as the guys before have said. Anyone's game really this weekend. So take it as we come and see where we end up.
Take a look at the team. There it is there of the 28S, 32, 33, 55, 84, and the 992. All the names there. If you go to the Facebook page, you'll see all the relevant information there as well. And what are you looking forward to most, Tyler, ahead of Friday? When you get ready for it, mate, just to get back out there and do what you got to do for the club, for yourself, and for your teammates.
Yeah, basically, mate. I don't know, been doing it that many years now. I guess it's sort of just same old, but I don't know if there's one thing that gets me pumped up these days. It's teams racing. So I feel like we've got a pretty good bunch of boys to go to war this weekend. So just can't really wait, to be fair. Should be hell of a night.
So how many stock teams races have you done, out of curiosity? Yeah.
God, I don't.
How many years have you been with the Stormers? Or
I think there's 12 years, and I've missed out 1 year of them.
wow.
So we're pretty close to that. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's around that. So a fair while, I guess. So generally, I think when we were back in the day when we used to go everywhere, we were pretty much doing all the big teams meetings, a whole lot. So I'd say they'll be getting racked up there pretty quick. But yeah, it'd be cool to try and figure out how many I've done. But I don't know. It's definitely not as much as Hayden. He's got a few more years experience on me. But I'd say we'll be getting pretty up there.
So what is your experience in years then, Hayden? Considering what Tyler's just said.
Debuted for the Stormers was in 2006, so 18 years ago for that. Had probably 2 years off, and then had another year. Sort of lost count on how many teams races we've done, but it's a lot. It is a lot now.
Unbelievable, eh, Books, when you add together. 30 years.
There's a lot of experience here with those two gentlemen. I mean, Hayden, he was Gizzy last year. And now made the move back to Stratford. What was that? What made that move, Hayden? Was that purely because of the travel, or back because you're living back in?
Nah, it was just work.
Yeah.
Literally,
Okay.
our work changed hands and got a lot busier for myself, and life got a bit busier. So just returned back to Stratford. The Gisborne time with Gisborne was really good, and they're really supportive. It just life changes a little bit, so we had to make a change. Really, we did. Well, we were contemplating heading back there, and it just came down to a couple of little things, really. That why we made the change.
Fair enough, mate.
You'd
Fair
be glad
enough.
to be
Gotta do
back
what
at your
you
home,
gotta do.
original home
Yeah.
track, though, is Stratford?
Oh, Stratford's always home. Has been right from the start. It's where we love to race, and it's where we do what we do. So obviously representing Stratford right from when we were a kid was always the goal. So yeah, anything else we've done in between times is a bonus.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, we have regular viewers that watch our show week in and week out, and it's a big shout out to Richard and Trudy Aldridge. You know, they're from Stratford. They say, "Up the Stormers," like all your fans in the chat and everything here as well. Tracy Vincent, and I popped the team up. It looks like a very strong team there as well. Obviously, you go in there to do the biz. You would love to have this championship back on Stratford, eh, Tyler? How cool would that be on that little track and to have that championship back down there next year?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like, I guess me and Hayden got to experience it a few years ago when we won it
Yeah.
in Auckland, and then got to go back to back in Stratford. So I think Stratford's a pretty awesome track for teams racing. It's pretty tough on cars and the drivers, but it's not too brutal. I mean, like Rotorua this weekend, it'll be pretty crazy, I think, on both the cars and the bodies. So, but yeah, to win a championship and be able to, I guess, bring it back to home and race in front of all your fans and your club and everything like that, like there's definitely no better feeling. Like the support and stuff like that you get when you get to line up and stuff, it's pretty mad. So I think me and Hayden sort of had a goal this year, and I think we just wanted to go and basically try and bring it back to Stratford this year, or next year. So the club's been, well, I guess the team's been building pretty good so far this year, and I think we're pretty excited to get into Rotorua this weekend.
Awesome. Hayden, with your years of experience, is this an advantage? I'm not too sure. But race 1, you're up against the Miani Maulers. And then race 7, you take on the Waikato Raiders. Look, all teams are pretty even these days. But you just about done before half the meeting. Is that working to your favour, do you think, with that 6-race turnaround as such? Or
It's
what's the deal with that?
hard to say. Like, I guess it doesn't matter where you're racing, if you're 1 or 6 or 5, it's all the same. They're on the same track you're on. First race of the night, you don't really get to watch anything to calm the nerves down a little bit. So straight in, finish. Yeah, as long as when you've finished, you're not relying on having to watch races for other people's points, then yeah, it could be a good thing.
Yeah, I did wonder that. I just noticed that on the draw here, race 1, then 6 races out, you're after it, then your night's pretty well done. And have you got somewhere where you're taking your cars? Is anyone in Rotorua given a workshop up for you guys? What's going on there, Tyler? Or is someone towing up a wagon with machines? What's the story behind the Stormers?
So on the Saturday, we're going to City Autos in Rotorua. So a huge thanks to those guys for putting out their workshop. So all the boys will be there doing their cars. As far as people bringing their trucks, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
That's right.
I'm a bit out of date, but yeah, we'll definitely, like, all the boys have always got gear and everything. Whatever we've got to do at the track, we just make it happen. So yeah, we'll be ready for whatever pretty much happens.
So do you all travel together as a convoy like some of these other teams? Obviously, the Southerners will do it because they're all going to be on the ferry together. Any chance that the Stormers will get together or meet up somewhere before you arrive in Rotorua?
No, we can't travel together because our manager drives too fast for us. So it's better just to meet him up there. He's given the same deal. He's given us the time and that when he wants us to be there. So we'll all head off about the same time, but meet in Rotorua and go from there.
Yeah,
I see.
exactly. When I take a look at the team, they've got a few other drivers that are traveling from out of town as well. But it's a team that's hopefully going to do the damage for the Stormers. What you got there, Books?
I was just going to say in the chat there's a Cody Miller says, Tyler, why do you look clean while your dad's in the shed dirty? Eh?
I was there till 10:30 last night trying to fix shit. So I'll be here the next 2 nights in a row. So don't worry.
Hey, and I just know too, Mark Osborne's jumped in to watch the show. Mark, look, we'll catch up one day, mate. The new crowned 1NZ at Bay Park on Saturday night, the new 4-time winner to grab the 1NZ. So, Mark, just keep an eye out, mate. We'll catch up soon and celebrate your success last Saturday. Good to have you on the show. Deacon Selby, Cody Lockett. Cody's no doubt looking forward to getting out there, mixing it with everyone. Sheldon Arapere. Who else we got here watching as well? Yeah, Darren and many others on the show. So everything's all go. And like Tyler said, I can see the difference of Hayden. He's sitting in the workshop. So how many hours are you spending in there after a normal work day, mate?
Is that me or Tyler? Because
You, Hayden.
none,
Yeah, I know it's
none
not.
of them really did a comment, but yeah, pretty much abandoned the family and just go inside and have tea and head back out here. Straight home from work, straight out here, inside, off to work pretty much in the morning, same as everyone else, really. It's just what we do. I'm lucky my family's quite understanding with what we do in that respect, and they've supported myself through what we've done for years now. And if we're stuck in the shed, they're always there to help. So it's only a quick yell out or a whistle, depending who you want. And here, so yeah.
They'll be used to it now. Your family, wouldn't they? Hayden been in the shed for as many years as you've been doing it, mate.
Yeah, I think every time I walk inside, they say, "Who's that guy?" Or a lost to who we actually are sometimes. But yeah, they'll be with me at the weekend, and it's always been a family thing for us, which has been good. The girls grew up through it, and the wife, she sort of married into it and just came along for the ride, really. So yeah, it's been good.
I would guess, what I see behind Hayden, that's as pretty well his home, isn't a home away from home. And many others are very similar who live in their sheds. And Tyler, what about you? Obviously, do you get much shed time, or is the family in there or dad in there? What's going on with you, mate?
No, it's generally just me and Dad, basically. Like, I've got to drive half an hour to work in my car, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass to go to it during the week. But this is the only night I'll have off just because of this stuff. But yeah, we'll be in there pretty much. I don't think I got home till 11 o'clock last night, and we're doing the same the next couple of nights, just trying to make sure everything's all good and 100%. But I think good mate Steve is helping the old man tonight. Other than that, yeah, it's just me and Dad go hard and just do everything we can to try and make sure the car's 100%.
Yeah, take a lot of space with you, Tyler. Head to space for the weekend.
Yeah, basically everything we can, eh? Like the old man was making up bumpers and stuff while I was cutting out a panel mount and stuff last night. So yeah, like side rails, bumpers, whatever we can make, clutches, everything, diffs. So just all the standard shit. If something's going to go wrong, you've got to have everything there ready to go. So we should be pretty well prepped come Thursday night.
Yeah, you just about pick up your shed there, Hayden, throw it on the trailer and take the shed down with you. You got all the space you need, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. All the extra stuff goes in, and stuff you wouldn't take normally just goes in just in case, and you tow about an extra ton in the trailer and off you go.
Just a little change it up a little bit, kids, from the team thing. So what do you guys do in the off season? Like, we all know you live for it during the season, your team's race, your individual titles. But once the season finishes, what do you do? Do you spend more family time? Do you play a sport? What do you do, Tyler?
Usually have like a month without touching a car, and then basically it's just back into rebuilding. Like, the time the season comes, everything's pretty well screwed on the car to some extent. So it's full cut, strip out, rebuild. Like, just because the season pretty much stops doesn't mean the shed time stops. So if you want to get back racing the next season, it's got to be done, or so try and do a bit of RC racing or something like that, or a bit of golf or something. But other than that, it's just work life and fitting in a bit of rebuilding, and that's about it really.
Wow. And yourself, Hayden, would you spend a bit more family time in the off season, or how does it work for you?
Try to. Pretty much when the season finishes, we might spend the first 2-3 weeks getting the car stripped and all the steel work and all that done, and then while everything's away or you're waiting on bits and pieces, that's when you do your family thing and give back to them what they've given to you.
Very important, very important. And hey, if you take a look at the previous season, how short-lived was that turnaround, prior to the start of the season? Now, before you know it, they're back into it. It just turns around that fast. Ethan Reese, good to have you on the show. Bevan Giltrap, Wayne.
It's interesting, Kins, that that off season seems to be shorter and shorter each time, isn't it? It doesn't seem to last as long as it used to back in the day. I don't know. Do you guys think that the off season seems to come around and happen pretty quick nowadays as well for you?
Well, sitting there thinking before we started, last time you interviewed me before a meeting, it was winter when we went to the Peter Barrys. So, that was April, May. So, it was a very short off season this year.
Yeah, it is a quick
Feels like
turnaround.
about 3 weeks, basically, and then you're back in the racing. So that's not long enough, I don't think. But
it's interesting. I wonder, Kins, if people think maybe the season needs to be cut a bit shorter instead of. But I mean, we're trying to fit so much in now, aren't we? There's so many championships and so much happening, and so many cars and so many events, and every track wants their piece of the pie to have a big event, and it just stretches and stretches and stretches, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know if there is a solution to it other than put a cap on big meetings, or I don't know. What would you do? How do you fix that issue? I don't think there is there? What do you guys think?
Like, it's pretty tough. Like every single track is trying to run their own big event now as well. Plus, other tracks got extra teams racing on, and then you chuck medicals on top of that sort of stuff, and like throughout the season, it definitely gets pretty hard compared to when I first started Stockcars, like every second week kind of thing. Now it's almost every week you've got something going on. So you chuck in the time in the shed, the extra money and everything, it adds up pretty quick. So chucking on another month of racing, it definitely takes its toll a little bit. So it would be good if it got cut a little bit shorter, but I guess if you want to race, you got to do it. So there's no other solution at the moment.
You're right, Tyler, because hey, some tracks are going through maybe the first or second week in May, like Hayden said, it was going into winter. We caught up with them. That's just a reality of it. And I suppose you're up against Mother Nature over the recent 3, 4, 5 years, the impact of that. And some of these big meetings have been hampered, and they got to try and squeeze it in because it's revenue back for these clubs. They rely on these big meetings and rely on bums to be trackside to make sure they get a good turnover. And, some of the club stuff just doesn't cut it sometimes. But what do you do? When you take a look, if it ends May, then you got June, July, August, September, Labour weekend rocks around, or the first, second, or third week in October. Bloody back into it. Don't forget they've got practices, they've got their green sheeting. So it's a quick turnaround, 3 to 4 years. Hey, merchandise, got any Stormers merchandise? What's the stuff for all the fans out there? Who's got the details on that?
We're taking some over, a limited amount of t-shirts and that. Got some posters and stickers to give away. Hoping also once we've got our merch out there, we'll set up online ordering. It just seems to be the way buying merch and selling at the track, sort of you end up with a bit left over, and anything that's left over at the moment is money you're carrying. So the online thing seems to be the way to go. We'll have that running soon. A little bit later than what we probably would have liked, but good things take time.
Yeah, definitely. Deacon Selby, Tyler loves the RC cars. Taylor's watching golf tears. Love a bit of golf. Best of luck, the V lads from Bevan Giltrap. Just cool. Like you say, Wayne Alton, no matter the time of year, we still get the faithful fans still flock to a speedway meeting because everyone gets a bit in a lull when the season comes to end. They can't wait to get that fix again to see the cars out there, no matter what class it is. They'll get to some of those Easter weekends and everyone just misses it and everyone goes into that bit of lull, and we'll just have to wait and see. It's just you guys put the action on, the entertainment on, and like we said throughout the build-up of yesterday's show to today, get along there and congratulate these gentlemen. They're out there entertaining you, putting their expensive machines on the line, smashing the shit out of each other, and including themselves as well. And they've got to dig deep into their pockets and get that all sorted so they're back on the track sometime soon. What's happening for you for the rest of the season, Tyler, whether it's in the super stock or the stock car? What's the plans for the rest of your season, mate?
I don't know. To be fair. I haven't looked too far. The last few weeks have been pretty busy with super stock teams and now this. So, well, I guess I'll get over this weekend and see what's going on. I'd like to try and get to the North Islands and the stock cars, and we've still got to fix the super stock after we've done with this weekend and give it back to Jason so he can finish off the rest of his season. And love to try and do Auckland Teams Nationals if they are running it. That'd be pretty awesome to take the same team up and see what we can do there. But yeah, as far as that, just a few club meetings at home, and I guess just take the rest as it comes.
Yeah, you're not jumping in the super saloon. That's just a rumor.
Well, if someone's giving me a car, I'll do it. No worries.
He does this to everybody. He's trying to start rumors and cause trouble. Everyone comes, oh, do you get a super saloon? Oh, you're in a modified, we hear. It's the voices. It's the voices inside Kinser's head, Tyler. They tell him stories.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go in modifieds, mate? Well, the S is well represented in both classes, Yeah,
no, it is. Like Stratford's pretty strong for mods, and my dad's boss, he races mods, so see if he hands it over one night, hopefully. But we'll see.
Oh. There you go, Newton. There you go, Jacko. Bring Tyler up. Give him your car to have a bit of a look. What about you, Hayden? What's happening for the rest of you in the race season once you get through this weekend?
Obviously, this weekend in home and looking at another meeting down south, probably in a couple of weeks, just sort of waiting to hear on that. Then I think the Peter Barry's, and that's about it. Maybe one meeting at home early April. I think that's our season done.
Awesome, mate. Brody, James watching, already saying up the S. Yeah, there is a lot going on there. You guys have a lot of fans. You've got a lot of supporters down there. And obviously, there's a lot of family time. It supports you, the families enjoy what you do, entertaining the race fans out there. Obviously, there's your crews, but we better get into it because who's got that sponsors list? You want to do a shout out to the sponsors? Who's going to help me out with that?
Surely Hayden does.
Hoping Tyler's got it as hand. I have got it here.
Oh, mate, ramble them off, mate.
So we got Dairy Master, obviously been a key sponsor for the Stormers and the Scrappers for a few years now, probably right since I started. Dixon's Service Centre, Best Electrical, RS Streaver Contracting, Zodiac Signs, USA Specialty Products, Stratford Speedway, they help us out a bit. Fisher Windows, Munchies Express, Superior Steel Structures, North Taranaki ITM, CMK Chartered Accountants, Valley Panel and Paint, Top Tune New Zealand, Central House Movers, KB Vickery, and that's it.
All right, so there you go. There's the image. If you go and follow their Facebook page, you can see and go and support these sponsors because they're supporting the Stormers there, and go in there and say, thank you for supporting our Stormers in some way because it's a tough gig when they get out there and put their machines and everything on the line. And is there any last words you want to say, Hayden? I'll start with you. Anything else you want to wrap up before we let you go for the evening?
No, not really. Just good luck to everyone that's here, and everyone that has a go deserves the credit and the recognition that should be given.
100%, mate. What about you, Tyler?
We're staying at the Stay 280 in Rotorua, so they've said they've got rooms still available as well if you want to come over. So just thanks to those guys for our accommodation there as well, helping out this weekend. But yeah, just obviously all of our fans, our crews that are hard at work doing the cars at the moment. Obviously our sponsors, like we can't do it without them 100% as well. So, but yeah, just can't wait to get to this weekend.
All right, boys. Look, okay, safe travels up for the team and everyone else, and all the best over the weekend, like we say to the previous teams that we caught up with yesterday, and as we're going to do for the next 2 nights, do Stratford proud. I know you both will, and you got a very tough team. So all the best and be safe out there, and we'll catch up with you again sometime later on, eh?
Thanks, team.
Thanks.
Good luck. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Awesome.
we'll just wrap it up too, Kins, with just letting people know that check that post that's we've put at the top of our page at the moment to our anti-bullying campaign. We've stepped up a bit with some shirts. Join us, wear your shirts if you're on the Rees Tour of us. End of the week, there'll be some more Rees Tour information coming up as well. But yeah, there it is there. Kins has got the web page. You can click the web page in the post we put up on our page here. And just get amongst it. No money being made. It's just get the word out there. Get the awareness out there. Make people understand that, you know. But have a read in the post I put up and a read on here. It's pretty much the same thing. And it just explains what it's all about, and it pretty much why we do it, why we have this campaign, what we're trying to achieve with it. Because yeah, myself and Kins are very, very strong about this, and we've had enough of the crap, and this is our way of trying to maybe help at least just one person, you know, if we can. And
Yeah,
if we do it, that we achieve it. And yeah, that's why we have things like Gumboot Friday and stuff. So I'm just reaching for my fly spray again, Kins.
Oh, have you? Have you got your flies around again, eh?
Yeah, they come back in, the bugs. It's been that hot today, 30 odd degrees here in Napier today. I tell you what, if it wasn't for that Bosch refrigeration near me that helped me out, I mean, no Hawke's Bay, Bosch refrigeration, boy, you get them to help you out. Tell them Kokpit sent you, they'll look after you for your air conditioning. Hey, I tell you, they look after me, made me nice and cool again. So happy.
Yeah, she's pretty warm where I am too. You know, it's going to be another muggy night, and we got some mid to high 20 temperatures knocking on the door of 30 as well. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight with Sam Ashton, who's put a lot of work in. Him and his team and the club in Rotorua done an amazing amount of work, especially hosting this big event. And of course, you know, you take a look at the big event as well, the Makita New Zealand Stockcar teams, the Pumas, we had the Vulcans, we wrapped up with the Stormers. We carry on tomorrow. We got well, actually, I'll just bloody show you instead of me rambling off. You can see it, the Kings, Bulldogs, Gladiators, and the Raiders. Then we wrap it up on Thursday with Booker's team from Miami, the Maulers, the Alley Cats, and the defending champs is the Rascals, which will have something special for you on that night, on Thursday night. And we'll have the man from Makita as well. And make sure you buy a ticket, $20.
Yeah, I mean, Thursday's show, mate. I mean, it's interesting show to me. It's Oh, look, someone's playing Come On the Bay again. Oh, sorry, I'll pause that. That's I thought I'd just have a quick snippet, and my finger slipped on the Come On the Bay song, so I apologise for that. It was just the button slipped, and you know. But yeah, hey, thanks everyone that's joined us so far this week. We look forward to catching up again tomorrow night for another show and a build up to the 2025 Makita Stock Car Teams Championship at Paradise Valley Rotorua Speedway. Yeah, thanks for turning up again, Akins, and enjoying it. We hope you're enjoying the shows. Help us support the anti-bullying. Get behind it. Let's have some fun and let's rock this chicken.
Yeah, hard out. That's us done for tonight. Hey, thanks once again. It's just click day 30. We're back again tomorrow and bring it on. No AMS this week for those who want to watch.
He'll be on next week.
He'll be on next week with his excellence in Speedway. I'm off. I'm going to watch the 62nd Halberg Awards. Who is going to be the supreme winner? I'm looking forward to it. Take care, everyone. Enjoy, and we'll catch you back tomorrow, 7 o'clock. See ya.
Thanks, team. Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joined us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot, Natty.